dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to the Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey Podcast, episode 241. Happy freaking New Year, Chris. How you doing?
I am great. I can't believe we're
2023. She gone.
Oh my God! This
It's
is
actually
time,
a good year for me.
You know what? Time never stops. You know, and it was a good year for you. I mean, it was the early part of the year. I know it was extraordinarily stressful for you, and
big move.
But you certainly have upped your game and spent a shit ton of money, but made a shit ton of money on your sale of your house.
You know, one thing I've learned over the years: if you want better shit, you have to sell your old shit. Unless you're like, you know, Jeff Bezos or something. So, I'm not a hoarder, but I like my shit and I don't like to sell my shit. And I finally sold some big shit and got some cooler shit. So here we are. It's all shit though, Chris.
2024. What are you drinking?
Oh, what am I drinking here? I am drinking Knob Creek. And I know, you know, some people may have it's Knob Creek, no big deal. Dude, do a deep dive in Knob Creek. There's some good stuff out there. And this is the 9-year-old's great. This is the 12. This is the 12-year-old. Mm-hmm. And then I have the Knob Creek Rye, which you can get like $34 or so at Safeway.
Oh yeah.
In that arena. And that's great for mixing, you know, your Manhattans, your old fashions and stuff. But yeah, this is Knob Creek 12, drinking it straight over a rock in a big old highball glass here and starting the new year off right, I might say.
Yeehaw. Good for you.
How about you? What are you drinking? Some cold medicine or what do you got going on over there?
It's a school night. I'm not drinking tonight. So
good for you. Look at you.
I celebrated for the new year and it's been, I may have over imbibed a little bit, but yeah, you know, I just try to take it easy.
I hear you. Yeah, I've got some New Year's stories that I'll share on the next podcast.
Well, there you go. Right on, right on.
We got some rubber band douche coop shit going on. So
yeah, I hear you. You were telling me your neighbor. You've met a neighbor that's got one of those things too.
There's
so you probably end up.
There's a bunch of them running around here. Yeah. I'm glad I got one so I can just assimilate. It's my mail getter.
You need to get a real golf cart, not a fast one, so you can bop around the neighbors.
There is one. There is one in the family. My mom has one. So, but at the side by side is way cooler. I'm going to drive the rock down there too one day, just because I can. I love Nevada. Did I ever tell you I love Nevada?
No, we've heard it over and over again.
Oh, okay.
I was up there the week before Christmas visiting my mom.
Yeah.
And so got back. I ended up driving a little bit of a snow squall over the summit, and it was no big deal, but it was raining like a son of a gun down in Sacramento. So
yeah,
winter's here, ladies and gentlemen. And
it is. It's not like full winter. I mean, compared to last winter, it's like a lamb, dude. It's like nothing. But
I know. Where's all the heavy, deep snow? It's crazy.
It's coming.
I was up at Norton, and it was like it was like a foot of snow, and but last year there was like 10 feet of snow on the side.
Yeah, this is you know, it's not Colorado, so we're high desert. The Sierras are high desert, and we'll get this thing going here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I know.
Don't fret none.
I know. So right on. Well, what else? So hey, we've got some. We welcome to the show, everybody. And,
welcome to the show. Welcome to 2024, everybody. Let's do that. Let's do this right. It's an election year. Vote appropriately. Let's make America great again.
There you go. So we like we like to do occasionally on the show. We like to. Give some stats, some statistics about the show.
You've been compiling some statistics.
And
what do you got?
One of the big ones, this competition that we have between Amber the Hammer. Wow. Enunciate, Chris.
Yes, you're doing good.
And
You're not
Kevin
drinking
Jones,
either.
Ultra 4 Jones, to see who's been on the show the most. And there, I scoured pretty hard on the interwebs to confirm and find out who is the leader of the pack. And right now, I'm pretty sure it's Amber with 17 episodes.
That sounds right.
And then Kevin is actually a distant
15?
second with 14 at this point.
14. And that includes the latest
that includes,
episode.
Last week's episode.
All
That's right.
We'll have to get him on again, so he's up in the 15 range. We're definitely gonna hit him and Aaron up at King of the Hammers. That's right. That is a fun pit. I was actually pretty impressed with their pit. They were pitting with I'm gonna forget. But anyways, they were pitting with some other people. But I liked their setup, the way they had their camp set up. It was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get him back on. I know I spoke with Justin Hall. Oh my God, it's Justin Hall today, and got an update from him. So we got to circle back with him, old friend of the podcast there. You know, Absolutely. He's had some life-changing stuff happen in 2023. So, yeah, you know, he's a family man now. He's got a new race car for 2024 in the works. So that's going to be an exciting, new venture. And anyways, good.
Did he find a buyer for his car? Or?
Lorenzo has been kicking tires on it. So I don't know. He's been making some money at the casinos over here, apparently. I don't know. Why
if Lorenzo buys a car, you know you'll be driving it.
He just ran to the
safe.
He just ran to the safe and shut the door.
Well, you better lock that safe, because I think
that is your safe,
money.
Lorenzo. Don't you even get near my safe. Okay, he's got a little safe in the corner.
Keep him away from the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey Gold Bullion.
That's right. Exactly. He doesn't even know about that now. Yeah. See, he couldn't hear you. He's off in the other room right now.
Soundproof.
So it's perfect.
Safe.
Yes.
Is it oxygen proof too? Will he suffocate in there?
No. Stop it. Come on. All right.
So continue with the statistics.
Let's hear what you got. I'm gonna sit here.
We have 255 listenable episodes on the interweb. Actually, 256 with this one.
Oh, because there were some bonus episodes and such.
Right.
Yes,
bonus episodes.
What's the number one episode, or am I jumping ahead too much?
I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have that?
It's probably still episode 99 or potentially episode 200. So episode 99 is Randy Slauson. Episode 200 is Ian Johnson.
Yeah, that was pretty epic.
Yeah,
I gotta say that was definitely my highlight last year at King of the Hammers. He surprised me at how cool he was. Not that I thought any different, like he was going to be arrogant or anything like that, but he was super chill and just, it was cool. It was easy. He was super easy to talk to.
Oh, absolutely. The time flew. It was a great episode. And then, of course, bringing Amber in for a couple of minutes.
Oh, that's right. There was another Amber appearance. She sneaks in. She's got it. She's
sneaky that way.
There. Yeah.
So,
see, Kevin, if you camp with us, you would be on the podcast and you'd be closer to leading. But anyways, okay, go on.
Kevin wants to hang out with all the cool kids down in Hammertown. So,
well, he is one of the cool kids.
All the cool kids are up in Hammertown Heights.
The cool kids are in Hammertown. Some are in Hammertown Heights.
That's right. I'm
going to put Dolly in the cool kids category. She knows a lot of people, and she's super fun and loves. I don't know if anybody loves KOH more than her and Dave Cole. So we'll see.
Right. It's a disease, falling in love with King of the Hammers and all the excitement and energy that happens out there. Yes. So that's where we're at with episode numbers.
Spreadsheet. What do you got?
What's that?
That's it? Oh, statistics. What do you got? That was it?
Oh no, I'm not done.
Oh no, I didn't think so. Okay.
So statistics.
Stop talking now. I'm not talking. I'm not talking, Danny.
You're not talking. So we also have listeners throughout the world, and I like to bring that up because it never,
Let's give
this is
some
one of the things we
shout-outs.
said in the early days, we never realized or thought that we'd have worldwide listeners. And, it's just amazing to us that people
It is amazing.
in, overseas or wherever are interested in what we want to talk about on a regular basis, which is just shocking to me. So right now, look, for the last 30 days, we have Russia, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Turkey. Turkey, really?
I just had some turkey in November.
Mexico and Canada. But we've had
Canada, eh?
Yeah, in Canada, eh?
Well, yeah.
But over the years, we've had people in Africa, the continent of Africa, and South America have listened. We've had, I believe, Greenland and Iceland,
yes,
and all over. I mean, it just varies, and it's interesting to me that the listeners, they fade in and fade out from those countries. But
so I'm wondering,
whatever.
because obviously we broadcast in English language.
Right.
So somebody that's in Russia or, Greenland or something that, I don't know, doesn't speak English as their first language, is there a translate? And if there is a translate, like when we're inebriated, does it translate like our drunken evening? That's what I really want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I think a lot of people
Jason
speak
said,
English. Or they're Americans that are overseas and they want to listen to the show. Who knows?
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. And maybe it's just background noise for them while they're banging and clanging on their rigs. I bet that's all it is. It's just
maybe they just they like to hear us slur every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Slow. Mm-hmm. So, how you doing, man? so that's kind of that bit of statistics, and it's really kind of it as far as that goes. Nobody cares about what kind of device people listen on.
No.
But it's either going to be an Android phone or an iPhone. That's kind of where that's at. So
iPhone.
But hey, so we do also have 2 reviews, and if you want to, if you'd like, you can leave your own review if you haven't already done it on the show, and we certainly would love to read your review on the air. And if we do, and you do a 5-star review, be sure to DM Jason at Wheeling Wine Whiskey on the Instagram, and we'd be more than happy to send you a sticker so you can represent the show and show that you're a fan while you're on the trail or just bopping around town in your rig.
Please do, because it does help. And I don't know. I mean, whatever. Do we care that we move up 20 spots in the rankings? I don't know. It's just cool. But we did get a flood of reviews lately, and it bumped us up on the charts. So it does work. So if you don't want to dig deep in your pockets and become an Old Elk Club member, Rodney Muller.
Hey, real quick,
at least write a review.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned that it helps currently, and this is amazing. I'm looking at the charts right now.
We didn't even talk about this. Go ahead.
Okay, so Apple Podcasts, United States of America, automotive category, we are currently ranked 40th in the United States, and in Canada, we're ranked 23rd.
Hey,
so that's pretty awesome.
I love my Canadians.
That's right. So that's pretty good.
My maple syrup.
We're in the top 100. We're in the top 50. This super cool, man.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow. So we got that going for us, which is nice.
They like us. They really like us.
That's my second Caddyshack quote, if anybody's keeping count. Every time Jason says a Caddyshack quote, you got a drink. There you go. How about that?
I got water. So so let's read some reviews. Holy mackerel, Chris. Not even drinking.
All right, Danny.
First 5-star
number 3.
First 5-star review. Best off-road podcast.
Yeah.
And it goes like this. Awesome content, Jason and Chris. I've known you guys since I was a little kid and always dreamed of owning my own wheeler. Now I have a rig and I can hang out with the big kids. Thanks for the weekly upload and updates on what's happening in the off-road community. Look forward to wheeling with you guys at KOH 2024.
Who's
And that's from Austin Hamilton.
Oh, Austin. That's great. So yeah, Uncle Phyllis, we call him, or
Yes, sir.
or Phil McCracken. He's a great guy. He's got 2 boys, and yeah, Austin has. Unfortunately, he wasn't raised totally correctly. I think he fell on his head at one point because he bought a Toyota
I know,
instead of a
right?
Jeep, and his dad has a Jeep, and no, but he got a killer Toyota. He's built the shit out of the thing, him and his dad. Word on the street is he's going to have some new suspension
Yeah.
down at KOH. So I am. Here's another thing I'm looking forward to at KOH is wheeling with him and his dad out there. Going up sledge and stuff. It'll be freaking awesome. So yeah, right on, Austin. Thanks for writing in. I know he's become a fan. He has the sticker on his Toyota. It's not raisined up yet, so that will change at KOH. So get ready, Austin. I'm sorry, not sorry. It just happens out there.
Oh, it will. It certainly will.
But yeah, that's cool. Next,
Okay.
I love
Next. We got another review, 5-star review. Awesome. So this if we name your name, make sure you contact Jason so you can get your sticker. So it's titled "Great Show." I've been listening to you guys since day one. Not as good as the Snail Boys, but still entertaining. Oh boy!
Whoa! Back up the fucking truck. Okay, go on.
Okay, not as good as the Snail Boys, but still entertaining enough to listen to in my snowcat. In the middle of the night, laying down the corduroy for Jason. Toyotas rule. Jeeps are okay, I guess. Keep crawling.
Who is that? Is that Kobe?
Grande Penguino.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Grande Penguino? Like Grande Penguin?
Yes.
Okay, Grande Penguin. I don't know who that is. I thought
Giant Penguin.
The Giant Penguin, for those that are not south of the border here. See, we do a little translation on the podcast here.
But he did say "great show" in his title. So, I don't know how you can say "great show."
DM me if you are a snowcat corduroy layer at one of the local resorts. I need to know you. I got something for you. So, yes, I love it. They're working extra hard right now because we have minimal snow.
Yeah.
But
snowmakers are going crazy.
Oh yeah. And I gotta admit though, I've been out a few times. It's pretty damn good. So okay, Grande Penguin, DM Penguino. It's a tiny penguin. Tiny penguin. DM.
It's a grande tiny penguin.
Yeah, DM me at Wheel and Wine and Whiskey IG or email me at Jason at Wheel and Wine and Whiskey. We need to talk.
All right,
I'll make it worth your while.
So those are the reviews.
Okay,
and I believe you said earlier you had a voice message.
I do from a Tahoe local.
Okay,
he's been on the podcast a few times, and it's very timely because we've been covering the bomber. Let's just call it the legacy that's going on here. It just keeps going, and then this is great. So, you remember we interviewed Brad Phelan?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So, who's helped out Randy and then accidentally set his dash down on the.
Yeah, that's right.
So here's the follow up, and Nick
for his 4400 car.
Here's the back. Here's the backstory. Here you go. You ready?
Yeah.
Jason, Chris, Lorenzo, Nick Bailey here, Avalanche Technical Services. Just got done with 238 or 328. I don't know. Anyways,
dyslexia.
That's my dyslexia.
Toyota's rule, and wanted to give you guys a little extra on Brad's story there in regards to Randy's dash panel KOH a couple of years ago. So the best part of that story I thought was missing. First of all, everyone in the crew, I'm pretty sure, has the blame placed squarely on my shoulders. So I crawled in the trailer in the dark to move the race car, and I didn't check behind it when I opened the rear doors and ran the dash over. So first of all, thanks, Brad, for trying to take the fall, but it's on me. If you want to split it, that's fine. Anyways, as far as he said, like, that thing was just mashed flat, as you can imagine, after the race car went over it. Pretty sure I got it with the rear and the front axle. Ooh. And, you know, we were thinking, oh gosh, how are we going to pass tech and be able to start without a dash? Because that thing was smoked. Luckily for us, Brad and my buddy Rory, they took that thing in the little cabin there at the front of Brad's semi-trailer. And I don't know exactly what was going on. That trailer was a-rocking. None of us were knocking. 20 or 30 minutes later, someone took a look and said it looked like they were playing a game of Twister. I mean, right hand front, left hand green on the radio sticker. I mean, they were all over that fucking thing. Hammers on the bed, knees, elbows, feet, whatever. But I will have to say they made that thing come out looking pretty damn nice for being out in the middle of the lake bed and only having a couple hammers. So whatever magic took place there in the stabbing cabin on Brad's trailer, I commend you, Brad and Rory. You guys saved the day that race, and we'll forever be thankful. All right, boys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Later.
Oh my God, that is freaking priceless! And these are the stories that don't get told on the KOH Live. So I love all the behind the scenes stuff, and
oh yeah,
it's just funny. You can't make this shit up, right? Like backing over a beautiful aluminum dash panel, flattening it. They're working like two monkeys fucking a football on the bed there, trying to straighten this thing out. So they were pounding it out on the bed. Nick was telling me because it gave the right resistance, right, instead of pounding it out on a hard surface. And that is great. I love this stuff. Thanks for calling in, Nick. So good. And where's our fucking snow? There you go. That's
right.
my response there. But looking forward to KOH and the bomber camp with that whole motley crew that's there. So right on. Good stuff.
Got any more voicemails? That's it?
That's it. And I think we've been talking about KOH a little bit. It's right around the corner, Chris. I mean, it's at the end of this month. We're headed down.
I think Dolly's driving down right now.
She's already there. There. Dolly's listening right now on the lake bed. So shout out to Dolly, Checkpoint Dolly.
That's right.
She's got our campsite reserved, 2 acres of prime real estate in Hammertown Heights Estates, HOA. So
tumbleweeds included.
Yeah. The dues have gone up this year, Chris. So I hope you're paid up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I have my credit cards on file.
Yeah, it's an automatic auto pay thing. So I okay, good. I want to make sure. I don't want you to get denied at the gate.
My sewer hookup, my full hookups are ready to go when I pull in and everything.
You got sewer hookup, all right. Okay, so let's talk about it. There's information has been leaked, and the podcast a couple weeks ago was not even a fucking podcast, slightly heated. All I'm going to say is they had Dave on, and Dave called him out on not knowing so much. So again, if you're listening to this podcast, you already know we are trying to promote the or provide the most accurate information out there, and
which requires research.
And we know KOH. We've been there. We've lived it. We talk to the racers. We are part of the fold. Which
we've driven on the Ultra 3 track.
We've ridden the Ultra 3 pony in camp there. So
that's right. Yeah. We got video proof of that.
That was that little Ultra 3. What do they call those things that are in front of the old supermarkets and stuff that you throw a quarter in? Mechanical
horse, or what do you call it?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's the same principle, but it was a little ATC. It was fucking badass. I can't wait to see what they have at their camp this year. I've heard a few rumors, but I'm not going to spread any rumors till I know they're validated. But so the qualifying course. So it looks like they're going back to the days of old, which I think is freaking outstanding. I love Chocolate Thunder, and that provided some great coverage on the live feed and everything. But it was. And people that were there watching it at Chocolate Thunder were great. It was a great viewing area and all that stuff too. But everybody was out of Hammertown, and it sucked for the vendors. It sucked for, it just they need to have the start finish at Hammertown. It just has to happen. It's gotten so big. So that is happening. It is, they're going to be going down back door, which is going to be great.
Down
resolution to backdoor, and I know a lot of racers are excited, so that is going to make for an epic qualifying. So looking forward to that. A couple of weeks ago we got to be at Bomber Fab and sit down with Randy and Amber there and talk about that, and this is going to be great. Can't wait to watch this, and I know it's going to be exciting, and so hopefully Randy has a good clean race on Friday, and the car just needs to be wiped down with some WD-40 and a seat moved up and some 40s put on it, and away it goes. We'll see. And then, Amber hops in. Again, I've said it before 100 times on this podcast. Saturday morning, 7 a.m., walking through Hammertown with all the engines, differentials, all the drivetrains warming up, the nerves, fist pumping the drivers, giving them thumbs up, running up and down that lineup with, the camera and capturing all that excitement. It's fucking electric. So,
for sure. Yeah.
Again, if you're there at the lakebed, get your ass up early, grab your coffee, and get out there and just be part of it. Even if you're just sitting off to the side and just observing that, it's second to none. Just it's the epitome of KOH, and it's awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we got a bunch of other drivers that we were out there supporting and have got to know on a personal basis over the years.
That's correct.
Megan Miller is coming out. I know Derek's been working away on that Jeep. It was the otherwise known as the baby Jeep before, right?
Jeep. Yep.
Yeah. And so a lot of upgrades to that. Of course, the EV scene, Evolve Racing, and our good buddy Boston Kyle. It looks like he's going to be back out there racing along with the Hypercraft EV that Dave has. So I know of 3. It sounds like possibly 5 EVs that are racing this year. Yeah.
So they're gonna run a modified course like we were kind of briefly spoke about before.
That's what I'm hearing, because it's all about batteries. It's all about batteries.
Yeah, because there aren't any rapid charging stations just randomly spaced out in the desert.
Right. And then of course we got
Say, man, you bring your credit card. We got to put a credit card in this fast charger.
They're going down to Harris Ranch to charge up their rig, and whatever.
Hey, go back to camp and get a shitload of dimes.
Credit card's maxed out. I need 16 more gigawatts. Oh shit. Of course, we got our co-dogs too that we still love, even though they're in the wrong seat. Kevin Jones and Chris Ray. He's in there. We haven't talked to Chris in a while. We might need to get an update from him.
Well, he's been doing a bunch of stuff. He's been posting the what does he call it? The right seat diaries or something like that, where he's kind of every week he's throwing out a random little knowledge bombs.
You're going to go there.
What's that?
Ultra 4 Escort.
Ultra 4 Escort. That's right. He's throwing out knowledge bombs for the
hashtag Kevin Jones came up with it first, but there it is. So
keep their drivers happy, whether it's a candy bar or a sniglet of water every once in a while, or a word of motivation or a word of reservation. Say, slow down, dude.
Yeah,
mechanical sympathy there, Chief. Whatever.
Yeah.
Or right turn, Clyde. Whatever you need
the right
to do.
Condom catheter. Whatever it may be. He's there to help you out.
So, we should probably get a hold of Jason Shearer's co-dog and get him back on the show.
Mr. Berger. Mr. Berger's a local. And then, the other story that we need to get the update from the horse's mouth, I've been talking to him quite a bit, is Eric Wicks, sold his car. Right. To, what was that? SoCal Expeditions. We got to give it a proper goodbye. But kid you not, Eric Wicks has got fire in his eyes and is going to absolutely freaking go for it in the side-by-side 4900, right? So that is going to be, we need to get him on and get an update, because I am hearing how this car is getting prepped and all the new stuff that's going into it. Phil Licardi, Shock Jesus, just finished shocks for it.
Great.
That's going to be a good one. And I'm going to say I'm 70% in for helping on Side-by-Side Day again. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
Running Chocolate Thunder recovery.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards that heavy. So,
remember,
but if I don't have my wingman there,
you'll be out late. You won't have Rayman there, huh?
No, if I don't. Well, Ray, I don't know if Ray's going to make it this year, and I don't know if James is going to make it this year. Those guys, we work together as a team, so that will depend on weather for James to be out there. Same
right?
James.
Yeah, he's a snowplow operator, so.
Well, yeah, he's got to keep that highway clear so the Dodges can get up and down the highway there on Highway 80,
That thing has no trouble.
The Fords have zero fucks to give if there's snow or not on the highway, but they got to keep it clear so the Dodges and the Priuses and the Teslas make it up to their expensive
Fords are usually broken down, so they don't even need to worry about the Fords.
Right.
Found on roadside dead,
First on race day. That's why Brad and I connected. He's a Ford guy.
Every dead Ford's an aluminum can in Second Life. Coors Light, baby. Coors Light.
Well, at least you didn't say Bud Light. That's good. So, anyways, lots of stories that we're going to be following down on the lake bed. And, of course, the other story that I have here on my list is Shannon Campbell, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be great. First time he's running a big block. First time he's running a 2-seater. So I want to see this go down. Jess is going to be his new bride there, is going to be right seating and navigating. And, we'll see if they're still married at the end of the race. That'll be the true testament, right?
Did you see the video of the big block coming to life? The sound?
I did. I can't wait to hear that thing in person, So hopefully we can circle back.
Yeah.
Circle back with Shannon on the lake bed, I got a couple big dogs we want to circle back with. Levi Shirley is another one. Yep. I'm going to bring an Element into camp and show him and Corey Nasso how to operate it. So that'll be awesome. Okay. And just go dog. Anyways, it's fun. We're gonna. I can't wait. And unfortunately or fortunately, it's right around the corner, and I'm nowhere near ready. But again, I'm not prepping a race car, and I know there's guys grinding away in their shops right now, listening to our podcast. They can't wait to get to the lake bed with a running car that's all tested and tuned. So
they might be coming to the lake bed with parts and putting a running car together. Who knows?
It's happened. It's happened. It's happened with guys working in an enclosed trailer going down the highway. I've heard all kinds of crazy stories. So it's all part of the coffee table book of what we call again Hammertown and KOH. It's freaking awesome. So you got anything to add for KOH?
No, I'm just super excited. I can't wait to get there. My goal. I know you have a lot of wheeling in your. You plan to do a lot of wheeling while you're down there, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time in the
early part of the week. Early part of the week.
But I do want to. I try to do it.
You're bringing the Jeep, right?
That's my goal. But I'm not taking it on any of these gnarly trails, so don't even. It ain't going to happen. So
I know, but
that's just
easy, Dad, easy.
But my goal is to be in Hammertown, trying to do the elevator speeches from try to get to a lot of different vendors to get kind of we can put together an episode with just little snippets here and there of 2 or 3 or 5 minute conversations with some desirable vendors that want to tell their story real quick.
That I'm glad you brought that up, because that is true. We have our wireless mics, and we do need to make that happen this year. We're going to have some additional time. We're not doing the Element fire sales in California, obviously, because of that fucking nonsense. But we will be making our rounds. And I love that. I love that. Just popping into pits and just, hey, what's going on? What's the update? So, yeah, good. Let's make that happen.
Absolutely. So, and then of course, I'm obviously looking forward to, that's kind of, we mentioned it in a previous episode. It's one of my favorite things is it's a vacation for me. We are working. We're media
for all of us.
I'm taking my cameras. I'll take pictures when, during the races, before the races, during qualifying, we're going to be recording. We're going to be uploading episodes, pretty quickly. Cause we, like I said, we have Starlink, and being able to pop it, to upload an episode on the
Beam
fly.
Me up, Scotty.
Exactly. So, yeah. And again, like I said, it's a vacation where I'm away from work, but, I can, get a little bit of, just no sleeping. It's just, a little bit of downtime, not worrying about work so much, but, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a couple, 3 weeks away. It's 2.5 weeks away. We're going to be driving down to Hammertown, and we're going to be saying Boone Road.
Boone Road. Did you see where the Fodie's got all these camping sites this year?
No, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, right when you drive in, and you make that left, and the Fodie's right there off to the right before you, right on that road you would take down to Lasertown.
Everybody's got power out there now too.
Lasertown.
Did we talk about that?
We need to get Cody back on.
Absolutely.
And Cam Steele. We tried to make that happen last year. Let's see if we can make that happen this year.
Let's start getting the DMs flying.
Get a little trophy truck stuff going on. I'd like to hear about these $1 million little race cars.
Maybe get a helicopter ride. What do you think?
And whatever. I don't care. Let's do it. Don't have a private jet to fly on anymore. Thank you, Lorenzo.
Fucker. Yeah, well.
He didn't even pick up his head from his bed. He's right in front of the fireplace, all cozy. He's got such a life now.
Okay.
He is the luckiest ass around, I'll tell you that.
That's right.
All right, so that's KOH.
Yeah?
Yeah. What? Why are
you just slammed the door on that.
Well, you got anything else to add?
Not really, not right now. I mean, we're going to be getting some interviews in the can, and we'll be I'm looking forward to everything that's KOH at this point.
So yeah, you got anything else, Chris? Because I don't want to spread any more rumors because I haven't confirmed, but I do have some more good info coming up. But I got nothing. This is what we know now.
Okay, we know, right meow.
Yeah, right meow. Oh, there we go. A little Super Troopers reference. Got to get another Caddyshack reference in here soon. So, quick story, real life stuff that happens. Have you gone to exchange a propane tank at a store?
I usually have them refilled unless they're dated out, but yeah, I have.
Yeah. So I usually do too, have them filled, because usually I can have them filled for like $15, $18. We're talking our standard fucking barbecue propane tank, right?
Yeah,
the
5 gallon
pounder or whatever they call them. Yeah, 5 gallon. I don't know how they're
20 pound or 5 gallon.
Yeah. So, I got to heat my garage here because it's insulated and it does really well actually, and the residual heat from the heaters in the garage and the water heater, it stays above freezing, which is good. But it's a little cold to be working out there when it's 40 degrees and you're banging and clanging, as you like to say. So I got my little torpedo heater that I bought for KOH last year, and it's propane powered.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Until I figure out what I'm going to do here long term. Diesel heaters might be my new future thing. I've learned a tremendous amount about them. I just ordered one. I've got it, currently in the process of installing in my enclosed trailers. So we'll see how this works. I've got high hopes based on everything I've learned and watched, and I may convert the camper over to diesel heater and then my garage. But
so that's going to be used to prevent Dirtbag Johnny from turning into a popsicle.
Yeah, exactly. I got to take care of my buddy, man. So anyways, I go to the Home Depot here, which I love. Love this Home Depot. Just great. It's not busy. Everybody speaks English. Everybody's courteous. And I go, hey, what about this propane tank exchange? And normally you go to the, cashier, you buy, hey, I'm going to get an exchange. And then you got to get,
right?
Huh?
Blue Rhino
or AmeriGas or whatever it is. And I said, hey, is somebody going to go out there? And they go, oh, no, enter this code. So it's all fully automated now.
Oh, that's cool.
So you go out to this little touchscreen, enter your code, and it's like a 6, 7, 8-digit code, whatever. Doot, 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 and a door pops open. And you stick your propane tank in there. You're empty. And then you close the door, and then it says, okay, take your new propane tank from the door that opens. And, there's like 6 doors on this thing. And it's all boop. The door opens up, and you take your new propane tank.
Wow.
And shut the door. I'm like, oh my God, some propane guy just lost his job. It's here it is. Yeah. Fully automated.
The guy that delivers the bottles or the whatever still has a job, but I mean the cashier doesn't have to break away from, because they've gone to they don't have individual well, maybe they do.
Well, they don't have checkers anymore.
Right. Do they have the self-check, right? They still,
it's all
do
self-check
that up there
with
also?
A couple people, and that was the thing. Yes, they do. And yeah, so I'm like, hey, I need to get a propane tank filled. What do I do? And so the guy had to come over to my kiosk and type it in, but It's just, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Crazy.
I mean, it's the automation of things, right? Next thing you know, there'll be AI and whatever. I mean, I don't know how AI is going to go into home improvement. You'll have, robots coming to your house to put a shingle on your roof or whatever. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't have a problem with that because I always be like, I'll be out there, and when you're exchanging the tank,
you're right. There is the human element of, like, Bobby starts talking to Joey about the fucking dinner he had last night. Hey, this
20 minutes later, you're like, pop good. Back in. It's like, hey,
exactly. I've had that happen. We've talked about that on the podcast.
Sure.
But how about, how hard is it to open up a propane? I don't know. But anyways, just kind of,
it's about crazy. Labor, dude.
It is. Nobody wants to work anymore.
Nobody wants to work anymore. That's right.
There's that.
Or they're busy working from home.
Right. Yeah, I know.
World's changing, man. World's changing. It really is. So
it really
but
is.
I check the dates on my propane tanks regularly. I think I have one that might expire next year. So I'll have to exchange that one or have it requalified, but it's just easier to just exchange it.
It is when you have a standard tank like that, the only, so the tanks in my Lance Life are laying down. So they're a special tank. They're freaking expensive. It's silly, but it's just the way they built those campers and they operate that way. So I have, have mine recertified every 5 or whatever years.
13 years, 12 or 13 years.
Is it 12? Oh, look at you. I don't know. So I don't know. We'll see. I got my power tank recertified just a year ago. So I don't know how long that lasts. If it's the same, if compressed tanks are in the same category.
I don't know. Did you have that done at Power Tank or Air Gas? Or
No. I took it to a place in the Bay Area. I've had it recertified 3 times. That's how old my Power Tank is. So I'm pretty sure I have one of the oldest blue Power Tanks known to Tyler and Steve there at Power Tank. Whatever
put it
that
up in their museum.
Whatever that gets me. It's Smithsonian. It's right next to my Mac 1975 laptop, Chris.
You better wind that up. It's running a little slow right now.
It is slowing down a little bit. You know, when people think that I'm drunk on the podcast, it's actually my computer slowing down. So it's not what you think.
You should probably get Lorenzo off his ass and have him get on that treadmill so he can power the laptop.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe the podcast should buy you a Chromebook so you have at least a modern computer to nothing fancy, but at least something new.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I don't know.
I can't even read my own writing for this next one. What do you got?
I've really got nothing else. I mean, this
is
the beginning of the new year. All sorts of new goals for 2024, and big thing in my world is I've got a wedding for my nieces. My niece is getting married in May.
Oh wow!
I'm looking
that
forward
makes you
to
feel
that.
old, huh?
I know. It really
used to change her diaper.
But that's the same weekend, I believe, as spring safety clinic.
Oh, here we go again. There it is. Chris isn't wheeling in 2024 either.
I'm going to be having fun with my family. That'll be cool. So, what else you got?
Sealbacks.
Oh yes, sealbacks, bourbon, whiskey. Online purveyor.
So I'm placing an order tonight, Chris, if you want to jump in on this. So Sealbacks is SEELBACH'', and they have Chattanooga whiskey. That Ian Johnson loves. They have that Leaper's Fork that we went to their distillery.
That's super good.
They have Blue Note. They have a lot of really cool whiskeys, and the pricing is super good. So a little shout out here to Sealbacks, but we're going to place our first order to see how this goes, and I'll report back. Maybe we can have them on the podcast and
that'd be awesome.
Find out more about them, because they're all about the craft distiller.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've compared their pricing to what you see at Bevmo or Total Wine and More. Costco's hard to beat. I do.
Costco also doesn't have a massive selection, but they do get some nuggets in there every once in a while. So,
I got a Costco story. You want to hear it?
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, you're going to tell me that one. Yeah.
Oh, which one? So a couple weeks ago, pop into my favorite Costco in Carson City. And my fireman buddy, Don, who's almost ready to retire, he came up here to work on snowmobiles. And I said, Don, we got to go get some parts and stuff. I said, the Costco is right across the street. Let's go over there and get some steaks for dinner and stuff, right? Because it's hard to beat Costco meat.
It is. It isn't.
No. It is. It isn't. It is, or whatever.
Costco meat's awesome.
Yeah. The value for the dollars there. So we pick up some nice steaks and stuff, and I always, I don't care where I'm at, I'm going to peruse the bourbon aisle, because you never know what's going to pop up. You never know what's on sale. You never know what's there, true. Right?
Yeah,
it's the hunt. I love the hunt.
It rotates, I
love the hunt.
Yeah.
Especially Costco, because their store changes every night practically, right?
Well, they move aisles. They move things. I mean,
they
halfway
move
across
entire fucking aisles.
I mean, in my Costco, they moved the refrigeration section. I was like, how the fuck do you do that?
No, that really? Wow.
Yeah, well, it took them a few months, but
okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
Because we've all been in Costco's where something's been up front, and then it was in the back of the store, to make you to go all the way to the back. Whatever. Well, they got the formula down. They know how us humans operate, and we are programmed when we go into a Costco. One, it's $100 store because you're going to spend $100 when you're there. You're going to buy a bunch of shit you didn't plan on buying and walk out with, but you're glad you bought it because it's stuff you needed or you wanted. And then they move shit around to keep you looking through the entire store, so you find more shit you didn't know you need. So there you go.
They don't want you in a routine.
No routine. So with that said, we buy some steaks and we're like, okay, I got to go check the bourbon aisle. And walking down the bourbon aisle and all the standards are there, just boom, Angel's Envy. There's some Sauvignon Blanc, Basil Hayden, and, there's some Knob Creek 9. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I look at the end and I recognize the cork immediately, this wooden cork. And I was like, no. And there was a guy standing there like on his phone researching, right? And I go, no fucking way. And I walk up and sure as shit, it is High West whiskey, which we haven't talked a lot about this podcast, but it's kind of a controversial whiskey when it first came on the scene because they weren't distilling in-house and there was a lot of this bourbon whiskey purists that were like poo-pooing it. But say what you say, they become ultra popular out of Park City, Utah. And the Midnight Winter's Dram was sitting there on the shelf at freaking Costco for $129. And that is a $250 bottle. If huge capital IF, you find it at a freaking liquor store.
Right.
And I've seen it as high as $500 at liquor stores. It's a coveted bottle. And I was like, no, this is not happening right now. Limit one per customer, right? And this Costco employee walks up and puts another bottle on the shelf right when we get there. And I immediately grab one. Don just knew. He's like, okay, if Jason's grabbing one of these, I need to get one. And he grabbed one. And there was 5 left on the shelf. And the lady goes, oh, you know what this is? And I go, oh, yeah, I know what this is. And she goes, okay, cool. You got a bottle. It's limit one, great. And so we go and check out and the checker, they have like the line, the person that monitors all the checkers. I don't know what the line person, I would call them. I don't know what their official title is. Supervisor, line supervisor, whatever. So our checker calls out to the line supervisor and says, hey, 2. That's all she did was hold up 2 fingers and go 2. Like they're keeping track of what's going out of the store of the Midnight Winter's Dram.
Well, yeah, they have an allocation.
Exactly, right? And I don't know how many cases they got, but there was still 6 bottles on the shelf when we left. And so that was a Friday night. So I go to Don. I go, hey, Costco opens at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. I said, we're going to go grab breakfast at one of my favorite places just down the road here, local Minden Airport, the Tail Dragger. Shout out to the Tail Dragger. And I said, we're going to hit up Costco at 10 a.m. and see if they have any more on the shelf because it's 1 per card per day. And And I go, okay, I got to go back. And so Don's like, absolutely. And so we had breakfast and we arrive at Costco at 10:09 a.m. on a Saturday morning. And I'm just like, Don, it's not going to be here. It's not going to be here. It's all the way at the back of the store, right at the meat counter. I go, it's not happening. And Don's like, no, dude, it's happening. I got it. I got a good feeling. And as we're walking up the aisles, he goes, nope, it's there. It's there. And we turn the corner and I look down the aisle and sure enough, I see the wooden corks, knowing that it is on the shelf. And there's another guy there on his phone researching it like, oh shit. And I walk up and there's 3 bottles on the shelf at this point. And the guy goes, hey, do you know anything about this? And I go, yeah, I know a little bit about it. He goes, this is like a $250 bottle. And I go, exactly. And I go, hey, there's 3 here. I'm grabbing one. My buddy's grabbing one. I go, you grab the last one. He goes, oh no, I already grabbed one. I go, okay, perfect. So he got one. Don and I grabbed another one and went immediately to the checkout. Sure as shit, the lady, flags down the supervisor and goes, Utah, 2 more. And we were out. So I scored 2 bottles of Midnight Winter's Dram, Act 11. And so those of you out there that are bourbon purists and enjoy the hunt will appreciate that story. It's pretty freaking crazy.
That's awesome.
And you had, let's go back a little bit in time. Didn't you have Pappy Van Winkle at the Livermore freaking Costco?
Oh, that was a while back. but
it happens, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
These cult bottles show up.
Yeah, no, and I didn't buy it. Obviously, that was my biggest regret. But yeah, and it's weird because I mean, our Costco is going through this transition. The last time I went, I don't go to Costco this time of year. I hate the crowd.
Crazy.
I hate the stupidity in the parking lot. And because our store,
Costco's
I mean,
good.
What's that?
Our Costco's good. Even
right
before this podcast.
The Costco in Livermore is just the holiday time.
Yeah.
The parking lot turns into a freaking combat zone.
Yeah,
and
full combat.
People are parking out on the street and walking in, and it's just stupid. I stay away. But the last time I was there was before Thanksgiving, and like you said, you always go to the bourbon aisle.
Mm-hmm.
It was extraordinarily disappointing. I mean, it was like they had Jack Daniels, they had Gentleman Jack, they had
Gentleman Jack's good when it's on sale right now.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't have anything special. They had nothing exotic. I mean, it was just what's going on here, And so it was just it was a disappointment. But and then I'll obviously start hunting again after the new year, or this is the new year, but yeah, holidays in Costco are not a good place for me. So.
Well, the bourbon season's coming up. We've talked about this before on the podcast, and like when the Blanton's gets dropped and stuff, and these Safeways have them, and you just got to go and look every freaking day, or you drive by one, just check, or your local liquor store. Now, the local liquor store, unless you have a good relationship, is probably going to mark that shit up double.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, it happens. But if you can find it at a Costco or a Safeway or something, you're gonna get damn near retail, if not better.
The big chain stores, Safeway, Costco, Bevmo, and Total Wine and More. They're gonna have it at a regular price, not all marked. And
I love the hunt. I just love the hunt, and it's a collector's shit, right? And just whatever. But it is good whiskey, and just go out there and enjoy the hunt, and you just never know what you might find.
Never know,
right? Fill
the house up.
The whiskey selection here at the Nevada ranch is pretty good. I'm happy with it, and it didn't get to. It took a hit over New Year's. Took a big hit, but I had enough to take a hit and still keep on ticking. So it's kind of like a bomber, chassis. That's my whiskey collection. It'll take a hit and keep on going. How about that?
There you go. All right.
Well, with that, Chris, that's about all I got. We're approaching right at the hour you wanted. More good KOH stuff coming. Can't wait to get these interviews in the can. But I am so grateful for the relationships that we've
for sure.
Made over the years, and the racers that we get to call friends now. And it's pretty surreal. People that I was like, oh my God, that's Justin Hall, or oh my God, that's Amber, oh my God, that's Kevin Jones, and we got they're friends now. We consider them friends, and
absolutely,
going to the Campbell wedding. I mean, freaking 10 years ago when I was watching
no, that would never have happened.
Right, when you were watching rock crawling and stuff, and you're like, oh my God, Shannon Campbell and cool, and then you're like, oh yeah, you're going to go to his wedding 10 years, from now, and no. fuck no, you're fucking bad shit crazy.
Well, I mean, crashing his pit 3 years ago, 2 years.
Well, and I still give you ultimate props for that. You fucking walked in like a fucking bulldog, dude. That camp is super tight. There is one way in, one way out that is like super narrow. And you fucking went in there like you own the place. And you went up. Shannon's like cleaning up his Camp Chef grill. And you're just like,
yep.
Hey, Shannon, Chris from Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, just checking in with you to see when we can do an interview. And Shannon's like, oh, just finishing up here. We could do it now. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm ready. I had 0 notes. I was not prepared. I was prepared to go in there and shake hands with Shannon and go, okay, yeah, we're going to do this podcast tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Right.
No, it was fucking 15 minutes from that conversation.
Right
so,
now. And Fortune Off-Road was with us, and it was super helpful. I mean, that was awesome.
I wonder if they're coming back out. I got to circle back with him.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, no, it is. It's teamwork makes the dream work. We've done some cool shit, and I love it, man. It's just great, and I love that people are enjoying this format that we're putting out, and it's a cool thing to be part of this community, the off-road community.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we'll be on the lakebed in a couple of weeks. Hopefully, some of our listeners, not all of them.
I want to go now.
Well, it'd be great.
Write me out.
We'll see us down on the lakebed. Look for our camp up in Upper Hammertown Heights. Make sure you have the secret password, which will get you through the gate.
And handshake. And make sure it's not Chris's handshake that he talked about. Just that won't get you in. That's going to get you banned from our camp. So don't use that handshake. You got to learn the proper handshake.
Lorenzo will chase you out. So
email Lorenzo at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com to find out the secret handshake. He is he's invited so many people to our camp, and I'm like, dude, you have no money. You're not paying for this shit.
He's such an ass.
He is an ass.
We're gonna have to beef up security now.
He's fully asleep right now. He has 0 shits to give about this podcast right now.
All right. So if you want to get a hold of us, Jason already gave Lorenzo's email out. You can get a hold of Jason at wheelingwinewhiskey.com. You can also email me. I'm Chris at wheelingwinewhiskey.com. You can also DM us on the Instagram. I'm www.chrism, and Jason can be reached most likely at Wheeling Wine Whiskey on the IG. And Jason, what's that phone number they can leave a voicemail at?
It's 408-800-5169, 408-800-5169. Call in. We love our callers and love to hear. And we're really we're putting it out right now. We got to start off 2024 with some Christopher Walken, I Need More Cowbell. Or Chris Farley. I love Chris Farley's my favorite. So just throwing it out there. Our celebrities that call into the podcast. Love you guys, and looking forward to hearing from you to kick off the new year. So boom, make it happen.
Right on. And don't forget about our website, www.wheelingwinewhiskey.com, where you can go click on the links for all of our past episodes and also our merch. Holiday season's over with, but you can still get shirts, hats, hoodies, stickers, and buffs. So we still sell buffs.
Oh, yeah. Those are KOH Essential. We need to add that to the Go to KOH Like a Pro. Yes, absolutely.
Right on. Okay. So hopefully we'll see some of our listeners down on the lakebed, and there's a lot more content to come. So
hit us up if you're going to be down there. Hit me up on the IG or email me, and we'll make arrangements to meet up with you. And hopefully Chris will be out on Turkey Claw and stuff, or right seating with us. So looking forward to connecting with everybody. I don't know if we're going to do another. That's a little backdoor action right there. A little backdoor action. That's going to be Austin. That's going to be Austin going up Sledgehammer. That's what that's going to be.
Right on.
All right. So, dude, I love this time of the year because of Christmas, New Year's, and just a few weeks later we get to go to KOH and just it's so good. The off-road community is fucking awesome, and yeah, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Oh, I woke Lorenzo up. Oh shit.
Oh,
okay,
man,
I gotta go.
now.
All right, with that, Chris,
We're out.